Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today we're checking out some subscriber gameplay. Yes, that's right, not my gameplay, but some gameplay you guys sent in over from Twitch, alright? That's what I'm talking about. I get excited for these types of videos specifically because I look at my gameplay all the time, alright? You guys see my gameplay up on the channel, you know, you guys are probably bored of my gameplay, maybe not, but hey, today, we get to dive into some of your guys' gameplay, see what's going wrong, see what's going right, see what's happening here. Alright, so let's jump into it. We got Twista TV sending me in some gameplays. That's pretty freaking sweet. Thank you to Twista for sending it in. He's playing RM Pizzle with Quappy and Unheated Fan. Did I read that correctly? I don't know, but they're fighting MLD here in the first match. Alright. Looks like he has Blaster Master in the chest, Blaster Master in the helm, Wildfire, Heart of Darkness there on the shoulders. That's okay. He's playing Doll and Spite. Looks like they're spiting. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, game's getting started here. He pulls up Talons, Temp, Control Burn, G-Pie. He goes Klepto instead of the Control Burn. Perfect. This is looking fantastic so far. It's like literally everything I would play, everything I would do. I would get a Claw instead of the Doll if you could. Spite is maybe a little cheesy. Like, I don't like to play it. It can get you good wins, but I feel like at higher and higher rating, it just gets less and less good. It can get a lot of really good wins, though, since people aren't really used to playing around it, at least yet. So I think it's okay. It's okay. Spite's good. Spite's good. It's just a little, maybe a little bore, a little resident sleeper. But yo, let's jump into it. So we start the game off Invis. You guys are running in. Everything looks great so far. What we usually like to do here is RMP into this is hit closest wizard and then do druid swaps. You, if he makes himself available to swap, you get to kill any of the three. Usually, maybe start with warlock, see how that's feeling. So the sap comes out and the spites come out. Okay, dude, sap spites. This is good, I suppose. The spite strategy. This warlock could just die 100-0 in the opener. I'm looking at that 20 stacks. You guys don't know what spite is? It increases that corruption. Alright, so he's at 23 sacks. So basically, they sap the warlock and they put 3 spite trinkets around the warlock. He can't get out. The spites are stacking up. This warlock's gonna be in a world of hurt, man. Let's see the opener. Combust Meteor. Oh my goodness. Combust Meteor with the triple spite doll. He gates out though, and let's see what we end up getting out of. He's at 35 stacks. His stacks are going down now. Doesn't look like you get too much out of the opener. We get that big fear bomb. Could go for a sheep out of that fear, but he's in bear form. Already used the ring, so there's gonna be no CC out of that. Warlock didn't die in the opener, and we used triple spite's claw combust. It's not the greatest opener, to be honest. It's not bad either. It's one of the reasons why, like with spite, like you put so much into it and he just gates out of it. I mean, to be fair, it's still an okay opener. You have a lot of pressure. You're not dying. Things are going fine. Mage is casting G-Pie here. If it was me, I would, you know, maybe just call it out, look at the G-Pie, maybe think about line of sighting it, be like, yo, Quappy, are you okay? Or yo, Unheated Fan, are you okay? You know, like, just communicate. Some of these things, stun for 2 seconds, you're probably not gonna be able to stop that. You have Human, I'd probably sit this, and you have Counterspell and DB, no DB, but you do have Counterspell. So, I mean, if you wanted, you can trigger CS, but everyone's fine, so this is chilling. We're chilling here. Infernals come out, going for a Sheep Fate cast, I like it. They're targeting you, you get topped up immediately. Eye comes out, you purge it. It goes with the smoke box there onto the warlock, and you guys force wall. You guys force walls. This is great. So your priest is counterspelled. He gets sheeped. I would definitely be looking for some line of sight. Looks like you do that. That's phenomenal. Your priest gets re-sheeped. There's the combustion. I would keep lining. Keep lining. This might be your ice block now that it's claw. You get procced, and it's gonna be block. This block might have been prevented if back here, like right here. I just rewinded. Priest gets counterspelled and sheep. He does death to sheep, like right here. If you got out of line sooner, didn't eat this bolt, and then this combust from the mage. If you were out of line, he just blinks back in, and it's just like toast. It's not a big deal. Like I think you guys could still win this game. Like I haven't actually watched any of these games yet, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But your priest gets cloned, you get blocked. They're gonna get the block here. So if you just instead of playing here from that whole thing, if you were playing here, right, just like 2 feet forward, closer to the box, you could have still hit the lock the whole time. But then guess what happens if the lock tabs to you or the mage tabs to you around the corner, just like a Thien back around the corner, you know what I mean? Just line of sight here versus being here. I'm really nitpicking. The reason I'm nitpicking is because this is clearly pretty high MMR, really good gameplay, right? Really good gameplay. So there's not a ton for me to go off of here besides the details. So we get the blind coming out on the druid. He trinkets. And then the Kidney Meteor coming out. This is spite trinkets again, right? So we're gonna re-spite the Warlock here during this go. This is where spite, like it has 10 stacks here. It's at 18 stacks. He's having trouble getting out. He's just casting Chaos Bolts, and it says Luck is actually trolling a little bit. You have Claw on you. The G-Pie lands. It wasn't stopped, and it looks like... Ooh, huge heal there. Huge heal there. I don't know if that was a temp or just a big heal from the Priest there with that life share. Lots of damage coming out again. Got a line of sight. Some of this, that's fantastic. Kinney coming out. There's the skin as well. So this is good. Like, you could still win this game, definitely. We need some CC onto the Druid. There's the MC onto the Druid. If you could throw the ring down off of the MC, that'd be sick. Looks like you don't quite land it. This Lock's in so much trouble, though. He could go down getting pressured on with all of the blood corruptions and all of these eye corruptions. He's at 10 stacks here. Looks like you guys have like one more good go. Like this cheap shot on the Druid, like those are the things that if you and your rogue are on the same page and you get that cheap shot into the poly, like that owns, right? Like your rogue's just, you know, kidneying on cooldown, getting a lot of damage. If you land this poly, the game's over. Obviously you couldn't quite get there, or the Ring of Frost if he was out of form. Lock's probably gonna be okay here. If I had to guess, you go for the poly, you get locked, that's fine. Now I would just line of sight. Perfect spot to be in. I love your positioning here. You get stunned in line of sight, so you might take a lot of damage here. You're in that barrier. Priest is getting CC'd for a while. You need to stop these bolts. Great job with the polymorph. Sheep being casted. Let's see if you can stop that as well. Kinney goes out on the mage. I would get back to pillar here. I would get back to pillar here until this next go, because you just use the kidney shot. You just put a lot of damage into the mage. I don't know if that's the play. Lock was definitely pressured. You just put Doll into the mage. You just put Combust into the mage. Probably wasted offensive CDs there. I love that you're playing back to the pillar now. This is great, right? You use the kidney shot. You're back with your Priest on the pillar, right? The Druid's 60% mana, so I can't see your Priest mana because it's not shown here. A lot of the times against this, you can make things happen with just Kleptomania Kidney on cooldown, right? With damage. Getting Combust back up. Against Destros, I guess I should have said this at the start of the video. I don't like to play G-Pie. A lot of times I'll play Firestarter and just get Combust after Combust after Combust. So like if this was me, instead of Doll, I would try to get a Claw. Instead of the Spite, you could just play a Battlemaster. In fact, you would still probably have block if you had the Battlemaster on, because just during the Combust go with the pre-CC, you just pop Battlemaster in line and you're fine. I'd play no G-Pie, play short Combust, and just Combust this Warlock over and over and over. Let me see how much DPS you're doing. Boom. Right here, you're doing 18k DPS. It's actually pretty solid. I was expecting a little bit less. That's really good. But just the more DPS you're doing, right? With Kleptos on cooldown, the Druid will eventually fall behind. When the Druid falls behind, he starts to hardcast. You blink CS or get a blind, right? Then you make things happen. That's usually how I like to play it. But this game's going well. I think you guys definitely could still win this one. Fireball's coming out. Maybe you might be. Let's see if you're short Combust. No, you're not short Combust. Yeah. So if you were like with all these fireballs, if you were short Combust, you would have, you know, had a Combust at 30 seconds already, which is, you know, would have been even better. Cheap Eye's being casted. Looks like you're going for the sheep there. Can't quite get it. That Dark Archangel go with no CC. You know, it hurts sometimes, but you know that happens. Druid runs in, bashes you, don't have block, you're probably dead. Yeah, I was gonna, like, you could see this coming, right? Like, even back here, you're kind of pushing in, but you don't have block. All right, you don't have trinket. All right, your Priest is relentless. All right, there's no pain step. You guys have 0 cooldown, so you run in. Like right here is maybe fine, but now here, all right, like your Priest and you are pretty much, you have nothing and you're in the open against Mage Lock, right? And the kidney's over. During the kidney, it's fine, right? During the kidney, if you want to press up here, that's fine. Now it's the time to get back to the pillar, like ASAP, like stat, like back to the pillar, or else you guys are dead. Because there's no block, there's no CDs, and you just use your kidney. So your rogue can't really stop too much more. I mean, he has a kick, but besides that, he just uses kidney. So right here, you know, fear comes out. It's inevitable. Your Priest is gonna get feared here, right? I mean, he can cast the fear and kick it, but then I mean, there could be a clone, there could be a bash, there could be a sheep. Your Priest is gonna get CC'd if he pushes in, and it's pretty much GG. So you get rooted, you know, the full fear into the full sheep, you get stunned, you have no train of blocks, so you're just dead. Yeah, nothing your team can do about that. So what did we learn from this first game here? What we learned from the first game is that against Warlocks, it's really hard to get G-Pies. So you could probably just drop G-Pie and go Firestarter for the short Combust. I do not think G-Pie is good in the Destro Warlocks. G-Pie, you know, has its place maybe, but against Destros, it's really hard to get it. So play Firestarter, get a short Combust, and just do a lot of pressure. You and your priest can sit on the pillar, right? Your rogue can be off the pillar, stopping goes with kidney shot, and you just hit closest wizard. It could be luck, it could be mage, it could be a swap to druid if you trinket something dumb when he runs in. Doesn't necessarily matter. What does matter is keeping up DPS high, using Kleptomania on cooldown, so you eventually the druid, and when the druid falls behind in healing, land a blink CS, get that druid, you know, locked out on the cyclone or a regrowth, right? And then kidney, klepto, you have another meteor combust, you win the game, right? Might be a longer game against this. If you run in, the only way to lose this matchup is if you run in and die, right? Like it's hard for them to actually push in and kill you. If they push into the pillar to try to kill you, guess what? Mage will never get a GPI, Lock will never get a Chaos Ball, and you'll win. If they play on the pillar, you guys will win. They want you out in the open. So from their point of view, they want to bait you guys out in the open to kill you. From your point of view, you want to go out to try to get the kill, but you want to come back to the pillar so you don't die. It's a dance between both. So right here, you came out of the pillar with no CDs, a little bit too long and died. I do think it wasn't a terrible game. I probably wouldn't run Spites. I mean, you can. I don't think it's bad. It's maybe a little gimmicky, but I don't think it's necessary. With the Battle Master, you could have maybe saved the block too. But boom, I think that's that game. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, into the next game, fighting the same thing. Let's see if there's any difference here. Fast forwarding through this, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, boom, we're in it. All right, still with the GPI, of course, he hasn't changed anything. This isn't real time. But let's just see. So the sap comes out onto the Warlock. Spites are down. This Warlock, I mean, to be fair, he's not by his gate. He could die in the opener if the enemy team doesn't peel very well. Polymorph comes out, you get Dispel, that's fine. And you put the DB out on the mage, that's great. You throw the kidney, combust, claw, everything onto this guy. Like, he could just flop. Let's see. Your best chance to kill is like probably right now. Druid popping skin, popping a lot of heals, popping the life share thing. I keep forgetting what conduit. It looks like you're fine. So it looks like he's fine rather. So the priest is polyed, you're arcane locked in the middle of the map, getting blasted on right here. Once again, after the go, this goes kind of over, right? You could be with your priest line of sighting, like way back here. Like this goes pretty dunzo. You're pushing in. I mean, you have a lot of CDs, so it's not like you're gonna die, but it might be one of your CDs if yeah. So right away, they procced you and got pain suppression. You could have held the proc and the PS if after the first go, your priest got polyed and you just line of sighted, right? You basically just gave them free CDs here. By not just line sighting with your priest after that first go. Cyclone being casted, hanging out. There's a kidney box. Beautiful job from your rogue. Your rogue tries to vanish sap the druid off the box. He does. That was sick. And the lock can just go down. Nice. Okay, so offensively, really well played from Quappy. Kidney, like he knows you guys are in trouble. Kidney bombs the warlock. And then the druid couldn't heal the warlock, so we vanished sap to the druid as he ran in. No trinket, because I think he trinketed the blind. And the guy just kind of died because the rogue damage Dark Archangel. That was great. Offensively, fantastic job. Defensively, just keep in mind, after those goes as the mage, running in to try to free sheep a druid is not the play, right? Running back, line of sighting, keeping up DPS, getting another combust is the play. So, better than last game, but, you know, offensively for sure, defensively, so keep those things in mind, just be mindful of them. All right, guys, one more game here. Okay, Breath of the Dying. It looks like he's going to go Lucid Major here. Actually, I suppose I didn't look at those other games if he was Lucid Major or not. Looks like he's going Lucid Major to go with the big combustions here. All right. I generally do not like this strat. I usually like playing Reaping, but hey, that's just me. If you want to play Lucid, go for it. Looks like you are playing that Battle Master and the Claw. It looks like, at least. Actually, no, maybe it's not. Maybe you're playing with Spite instead, Spite and Claw. But anyway, you're running him, sapping him up here on that Demon Hunter, putting down the Spites once again. I don't know, like I said, guys, Spites, is it good? Is it bad? I don't think it's bad. Is it cheesy? Yes. Is it gimmicky? Yes. At a high level, is it gonna work? Probably not. Like, here's the thing. You can play Spites and get wins off of really good teams, but the really good teams will adapt and you won't be able to get consistent wins against really good teams. I don't think, right? Like maybe you could get a couple in a row, but then after that, it's like the good teams will just take off corruption. And now you're down a trinket. So I don't like to play it personally, but hey, if it's working, it's working. All right, so we're gonna throw the Spites down. Let's see what happens here. You get gripped out. Ooh, this opener's kind of a disaster, but hey, it happens. You know, sometimes disastrous openers happen. You have to recover from them. So hey, That's what it is. The Cocoon comes out on the Demon Hunter. You're trying to get some more damage. It looks like you're not playing G-Pie. You guys are doing a ton of damage over here onto the Monk. You get AMZ and Monk Wall. I don't know how good that was, but hey, it worked, I guess. Getting some cooldowns. As long as you're getting cooldowns, here we go. This is the Mage life, right? Like, a lot of people ask me, hey, Zar, what do I do when I'm being trained? Like, this is your screen as a Mage. All right, Demon Hunter, DK blasting you. What do? Right here, I would cast Ring of Frost. I would cast Ring of Frost. If I get kicked, then I would cast a Poly. If I get kicked, now I can cast Fireballs or G-Pie, depending on the spec I'm playing, right? Looks like your Rogue is trying to solo that Monk over there with the kidney shot. Going Monk is fine here. We usually go between Demon Hunter and Monk depending on the game, depending on the map, depending on the situation. Getting completely owned here. Double Fear coming out. Your Priest doing a good job topping you. Coming on over to the Monk, trying to get some more damage. I open up those bags and accident. Yo, what happens? Monk's definitely taking this. Is fantastic. Just training the Monk. I actually like that you guys are doing this. Like, it feels bad, but it's one of the best things you guys can do to keep you alive, right? Like, the best defense is good offense. Is that the saying? I think so. Best defense is good offense. So it's really hard for the Mage to live, but hey, if you're going on the Monk, guess what they have to do? They have to peel your Rogue, they have to peel you, meaning they're using their peels to just keep their Monk alive instead of trying to kill you, meaning you can actually stay alive longer, creating offensive pressure. Now you get the blind out. You're probably gonna try to spite off the blind and then kill this Monk. He trinkets the blind, which is fantastic because you're trying to kill the Monk. This is one of the good things about spite, right? They kind of have to trinket the blind or else you're gonna spite kill them in the sap. If they don't trinket the blind, they have to trinket the kidney anyway. It's like a guaranteed trinket. Quappy's going low. He does trinket cloak. Looks like he's gonna be fine there. Sheep coming out onto the DK. Sheep coming out onto the DK again. You guys are running to this Monk. This next kidney, he could die. There's no AMC. It looks like you have combust about 40 seconds here. Trying to get a lot of damage out onto him. Let's see what happens. Looks like you're trying to spite that. The spites come down, and you just miss it with the spite. One of the spites is on the kidney. Tons of damage coming in. I don't think he's gonna die. Darkness. Does Darkness come out? I can't tell if that's a spite or Darkness or both. It looks like he's gonna be fine here. That was Vendetta kidney. If you guys set this up a little better, he might have died here with the combust in 15. I mean, he's still in trouble. I mean, pressure is a good thing. The reason pressure helps is because now this next kidney, if you can get him at like 70%, he could just die. But we'll see what happens. Monk tops himself back to 100%. You guys have combust in 6, 5, 4. I don't think there's an AMC quite yet. I would utilize Ring of Frost more, right? Ring of Frost around you. They're not going to let you get it off. They're going to use kicks, which means then you can poly it a little bit easier, right? So you get the poly, you get the kidney bomb onto the Demon Hunter. It's actually a great swap. Wow, I didn't even see that. The Demon Hunter has no trinket. The Monk has no trinket. He gets full fear. This is combust. If there's no AMC yet, because you're playing short combust, so you have a 30-second window, 26-second window where there's no AMC. So I don't think there's going to be an AMC. This guy is probably dead. Let's see here, though. Kidney, blood. He's getting low. Wall comes out. He's getting even lower, and he goes down. Beautiful swap. I'm really, really proud of you guys on that game. That was an insane swap there on the Demon Hunter. And that's why, like, the strategy isn't just train Monk. And you guys exemplified that very well, right? The strategy, if it was just train Monk and you never punish anyone else, then, hey, someone could shrink it and be a bit greedy and you don't punish them, right? The thing about RMP, and one of the reasons it's so fun, is there's no set strategy, right? You guys can, you know, want to kill Mistweaver, but hey, if the DK wastes AMZ, AMS, IBF, and Trinket, and he's at half HP because he's not using Death Strike, hey, kill the DK. You know what I mean? Like, keep the open mind so you can swap. And you guys did that very well here. You guys were chasing the Mistweaver. He got away. Your priest is like, hey, I can full fear him. Kidney shot, bomb, dead. Demon Hunter dies 100-0 with that combustion. I love that you're playing short combust here. Once again, the spites. Did you need the spite? No, I don't necessarily think so. The spite opener was scuffed. The re-spite go was scuffed. Did the spite help you at all? No. Would Battlemaster have been a bit better? Probably, right? Maybe it would have made you feel a bit safer. Or if you don't think you're gonna die, throw on Doll and Claw, right? I do that a lot against double melee like this. I don't think I need Battlemaster. I'll play Claw and Doll. But Spite, is it giving you the value? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes you'll win in the opener because of Spite. Is it worth? Probably not. Maybe. But regardless, this is a really, really good game here. I absolutely love that swap on over to the Demon Hunter. Great job, guys. Guys, if you enjoyed the video breakdown of me breaking down your guys' gameplay, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. I always love to break down other people's gameplay. I look at my gameplay all day, so to look at your guys' gameplay that you send in, see what's going well, see what's going not so well, just trying to get into your guys' head and see, okay, what's actually happening here. It's super, super, super cool. The MMR on these games was actually pretty high. I didn't actually look, but I think it was like 25, 2600 on some of these, so awesome job from Twista. Twista sent me in some gameplay before. He's getting better and better and better and better as a mage. It's really, really awesome. So you guys, thumbs the video down if you didn't like it. Talk to me down below in the comments, all right, for the type of videos. Tell me the type of videos that you guys want to see so I can make them. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, all right? This whole video was for an Instagram plug, and that's where we're at in life. Yeah, so my Instagram's linked down below, guys. Follow me over on IG, doing a bunch of IRL workout stuff there. Xaryu IRL behind the scenes, taking pictures of my food, all that type of things. So follow me over on Instagram. I'm out of here. Peace.